She has skill, and she has this ability to do things that not many kids can do.
I just haven't seen a player like that as dynamic as she is.
Whatever she wants is she can make it happen, and she'll work to make that happen.
It's a smoothness that goes along with what I would say an abnormal high work ethic.
This is crazy. Like 99% of the people don't ever get these opportunities. My name is Sasha Goforth, and this is my story.
This is Spirit 52. Recapturing the real spirit of high school sports in Arkansas. Presented by Gatorade and First Security Bank. Inspiring us all to what's possible.
High school basketball in Arkansas has a long tradition of producing great college players.
Bentonville's Malik Monk, Little Rock Hall's Bobby Portis, and Sylvan Hills' Archie Goodwin.
But the best high school player today in the state might just be a 15-year-old girl from Fayetteville High School.
A stud for Fayetteville. She's going to be extremely good, and there she comes up with the steal. Goforth to the rack, lays it up and in.
Sasha, Goforth. I brought her over in the spring after her 8th grade year, just to let her play with the varsity. She didn't play as well as I expected her to play, and she says, "Coach, I didn't want to make anybody look bad." That was obviously eye-opening to me, to say, "Coach, I didn't want to make anybody look bad," to the point where the next day she's the best player out there.
A starter for much of her first varsity season, Sasha led Fayetteville to the state championship, where she became the first freshman in Arkansas history to be named MVP of the state tournament.
She broke some ankles, popped some threes in people's faces. I was astonished.
That was the happiest I've ever been. That was just the best day of my life.
Her ability to score and to defend the way she did last year as a freshman and to win the MVP of the state tournament, that's just not normal. We just won a state championship. Walk out of the locker room and Vic Schaefer just walks up, and at that moment we win that game, and she's the MVP, and there's coach standing there, want to talk to you about a freshman kid. You're like, well, now I know how good she is.
I was taking her to camp in June, right after school. I'm like, hey, how many offers do you have now? Just starts naming off about 25 Division I schools.
I get calls like, hey, coach, how you doing? Program looks good. Man, been watching how you're doing. And all the while, what they're really talking about is, hey, how's Sasha doing?
I actually think about that all the time. Like, I'll just be sitting in my room, I'll just think like, this is crazy. Obviously right now it's a lot of pressure to finally come to a decision and know where I want to go. That's going to be my home. It's going to be a good day.
Sasha is being pursued by some of the heavyweights in the women's game.
This past summer, Sasha successfully petitioned USA Basketball for the right to try out for the United States U16 team a year early.
I think it was a great experience for her. I wish she would have made the team, but by her not making the team, I think there's some motivation there that hurt her enough, but also motivated her.
It was an awesome experience, and I know what I need to work on for next year to get better and hopefully make it.
Hopefully there will be more of those state championships for a kid that's that talented and has that high of a ceiling. She's a low-maintenance kid and a high-volume player.
I hope you enjoyed this week's story brought to you by First Security Bank. Here's a sneak peek at next week's episode.
His support for Rogers Athletics and for us at Heritage has been astronomical through the years.
Whether it be feeding watermelons to kids after a hot practice out here, or whether it's cooking chickens every Saturday, for a different group.
Whitey's giving spirit is contagious.